Okay, thank you for joining us for another great CEU course. Capital Lighting Showrooms and our website, 1-800-Lighting.com, always strive to provide great value to our pro community, and with our course today, we look forward to continuing that effort. We're going to be learning about promoting, showcasing, building your company through Pinterest. Legendary newsman from the early 1900s, Arthur Brisbane, coined the phrase, "A picture is worth 1,000 words." And with an estimated market value of over $4 billion, Pinterest has taken that thought to a new height. Its popularity and ease of use have made it an exceptionally powerful social media marketing tool. And to help us learn how to use this great new tool, we are thrilled to be joined by our presenter, Georgie Brown. Georgie is the founder and managing partner of Big Couch Media Group. Big Couch has worked with Capital Lighting for the past several years, and Georgie is a very trusted advisor as well as being a social media and online marketing expert. Thank you for being here, Georgie, and take it away.
Thank you, Eric, and welcome everyone. I am thrilled to be with you today to share some basics on how Pinterest can drive new business to you, and more importantly, I want to help you get started. So my goal for today is to hopefully just inspire you to do something. Just do a little something to get started. So today we're going to help answer the following questions. What is Pinterest? Who's on it? Why is it important for you, especially the designers listening to this course? And we want to help you get started with the basics. So even if you're not using Pinterest, you probably know someone who is. It was launched almost 5 years ago, and Pinterest now has over 70 million users. And what's really important and really relevant to this audience, 80% are women. And in fact, 46% of all women online are using Pinterest. It's pretty incredible.
That's an enormous number, surprisingly high.
So what is Pinterest? Pinterest is a visually focused social network, and the key term, as Eric mentioned earlier, is visual. That allows users to organize and share images and videos from all over the web. Images uploaded by users or members of Pinterest are called pins. And these images may be organized into pin boards, which may be customized, themed, and followed by other users. Users on Pinterest either like, similar to Facebook, or repin content. And any pinner can follow another. So that's a little bit different than Facebook, where you have to, in a lot of cases, well, if it's a personal page, you need to have friended, be a friend of that user. So I know certainly we have a lot of new lingo to learn, and many of you, I'm sure, have heard this over the past few years. So now let's talk about exactly who is on Pinterest. Pinterest users are an extremely powerful demographic. As I mentioned earlier, 80% of Pinterest users are women. 50% of those users are 35 plus. So again, in the design, home decor industry or category, that's a fairly affluent group, a very good target. They're highly educated, with 60% of Pinterest members earning a college degree. 50% of Pinterest users have children, and 57% of them have household incomes over $50,000 a year. So again, this is just a perfect target audience, and I really recommend that Pinterest become part of your marketing mix. It's just another channel, marketing channel, that you use to build your business. Pinterest has been growing at an exponential rate. If you think about the company just started 5 years ago and they have over 70 million users. So, you know, they're adding millions of new users per month, both in the U.S. and abroad. And as I just mentioned earlier, I really recommend that you consider this for your business. So today we're going to review these topics and really kind of help you navigate your way around Pinterest so you can start leveraging this as part of your marketing mix. So Pinterest, the buying power of Pinterest users, they have tremendous buying power, really only second to those of LinkedIn, which makes a lot of sense because LinkedIn would be more of the affluent business professional. And according to a ComScore study, Pinterest buyers buy more, spend more, and conduct more transactions than any other social media shoppers. And so this audience represents a real revenue opportunity for each of you. And one of the things that I always like to mention when we talk about the buying power, we work with a number of clients, and obviously we're very close with Capital, and it is one of the only social channels that we're really seeing real revenue in transactions, and that's just a result of, you know, how Pinterest works and how people are using it. So why should Pinterest be important for you? First and most important for the design community, the home category ranks #1 among the top categories of Pinterest users. And add to that, Pinterest users are very engaged, spending on average over an hour on Pinterest per day, which is resulting in driving real customer referral traffic to websites. And because it's visually focused, it's truly a great opportunity for each of you designers, I'm talking to you designers, to help establish yourself as an authoritative leader and expert in your specialty or your niche. Also, Pinterest is driving real traffic and real business. Though second to Facebook, kind of the 800-pound gorilla, data shows us that Pinterest is continuing to deliver real site traffic to websites, delivering now over 5% of the total visits, and that was up significantly from 2013. So, and again, we're seeing this is consistent with what's happening at Capital and other home-related types of businesses. So unlike Facebook or LinkedIn, where you might have to be friended or connected, users on Pinterest are searching out others to follow based on common interests. This means anyone can find you and then follow you. Your content and messaging can be shared and followed by any of the 70 million plus members on Pinterest. You'll see that the vast majority of major home decor brands now have a presence and are actively using Pinterest, such as The Perfect Palette, Martha Stewart, Better Homes and Gardens, and really with literally tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of followers in many cases. And more importantly, specific to our industry, many of the nation's top designers are now active on Pinterest. So now let's talk about how does it work. The basic premise is Pinterest allows you to connect to people all over the world through common interests and shared tastes. Getting started on Pinterest is simple. So today we're going to specifically talk about setting up a business account. So there's personal accounts and business accounts. So the subject of today is setting up your business, your design business, your landscape business, whomever is listening, and set up a business account. So the first thing you need to do is you just need to visit business.pinterest.com and click on Join. Or if you happen to go to the main Pinterest page, you simply click on Business in the footer. So it's pretty simple and intuitive to join. Also, now I've talked to a lot of people, many of you who may have set up your business account as a personal page, especially early on because they didn't have the business pages. They've now made it very easy for you to convert your personal page to a business account. So when you get to the main business page, you'll see already have an account, convert now. So they've made it very easy to make that switch. Now we're going to talk about signing up. All you need to do is fill out a few fields. They have actually simplified kind of the steps in signing up over the past year, and you just fill out a few fields. And this will also include your profession. And as you can see, designer is one of the top professions that's actually listed. So again, if you're not active on Pinterest, your competitors are all there, thus making it a very popular category. Next, you will get your initial basic page, and notice that there's going to be, what's going to happen is you get to this basic page, you're also going to get an email to verify your account. So once you do that, you're on your way, and you're going to get to this page, and you're simply going to click on Edit. This is where you will update all the information about your company. You're going to upload your logo, and note there's special sizes that you need for your logo. You'll also add the URL that you want to show up on Pinterest. And one of the recommendations that I make here is try to make that consistent across all your social media channels. So it's Pinterest / ABC Design Services, Facebook, Twitter, so that you all share the same URL. If you can, a lot of the URLs are taken, so that might be challenging, but try to make it as close or relevant to your business as possible. Next, you're going to add your description, and this is what's going to show up publicly for your business. They'll also ask for your physical location, the city and state, and then, of course, either your website address or your blog address. So once you do that, the fun really begins. So this is where you start creating boards. And if you haven't been on Pinterest for a while, they've made a lot of changes to make this so much simpler. So you simply, on your main business page, click on Create a Board. You'll then be prompted to name your board. So for you designers, this might be where you create boards for different room types or different styles. You will then want to create a really robust description for your board. You'll also add a category for that board. There's a little drop-down menu. If it's location related, you can also add maps now. That's something that's new. So if you, for instance, have a design project in East Hanover, New Jersey, you could assign a location to that, or you could also put the address of your office if that's relevant to the board. The other really unique thing that they added a couple of years ago is that you can have boards be secret. And I think this is really cool functionality, especially for designers. And what that means is only people who you invite can view that board. So this is great for sharing of ideas and collaboration. And so this is where you could actually use a secret board to collaborate with your clients. So if they have ideas, they see something about designing their home or something that you want to share, you could actually have these private boards for each of your clients if you don't already have some type of collaboration tool that you use on a digital collaboration tool that you use with clients. And lastly, you can also add to that board who can also add pins to that board. So let's say you have a business partner or you have employees, you can just add the name of that colleague so that they could also contribute to that board. So it's really all about collaboration. So here's a sample board we created around mood lighting, and the pins are created by clicking on the Add button. And once you've clicked Add, you can either upload an image from your computer or you can copy and paste a URL. Make sure when you create your boards and pins that they include a well-written and engaging board description as well as pin descriptions. When creating your descriptions for your pins and boards, be descriptive and engaging, and always try and link back to your website where this product or this project is featured. This is also important for many reasons, but especially for search engine optimization, as Pinterest has high authority and will provide a valuable link back to your website. Another great new feature that was added to Pinterest maybe a year or so ago is this idea of rich pins, and this allows you to include additional information about a product such as price, availability, and where to purchase. So it's just providing a lot more information. So for those of you who have products, not just services, that you sell that have descriptions or SKU numbers, or if there's inventory, you can use rich pins for this purpose. So to make it easy for you to start pinning and adding content to your boards, you can add the Pin It button to your browser. This makes it very simple to add new images and content to your Pinterest boards. So in order to download, it is a download and it goes right into your browser, you just go to the About section in Pinterest and it'll walk you through how easy it is to add to your browser, and they support all browsers. I'm sure you've also seen many websites feature the Pin It button, and this is another great way for you to add content to your Pinterest board. So here's an example that I pulled from the 1-800-Lighting, the Capital Lighting website, where we have, when users come to our website, they can actually share that to their Pinterest board. So when you click on the Pin It button, you'll get a little screen pop up, and Pinterest will use the board you created, the category and description, but you can also change it or create a new board. So it's very simple and intuitive. So now you've created your Pinterest profile and created some compelling and interesting boards. Let's start building followers. As with other social media, make a commitment to be actively pinning to keep your followers engaged. Additionally, start following other similar boards and comment on pins that are within the same category as your business. So it's sort of the quid pro quo. You want to be following other people, and they will follow you, and they will repin. So you sort of have to, everybody has to scratch everybody's back. And also, you can create group boards and invite people to post. That goes back to creating those collaborators on a board. The key to a successful Pinterest account is constant activity. So keep your boards up to date with fresh ideas and things that your followers want to see. For example, you might want to think about creating some seasonal boards around simple decorating ideas for the spring. Another great way to build followers is through contests. You could offer deals or products to people who pin items and share things with friends. Your contests can be as big or small as you would like. Next is add the follow button to your website. Now, this is done simply by copying some easy code to your website or your blog. So you might have a web developer that you work with, or maybe you're very technically savvy, but talk to whomever helps you with your website, because it's pretty simple. And all of the information is in the help section on Pinterest. So again, they have a very robust help center to kind of guide you through this. And so again, here you see how the button will look once you add it to your site. So we kind of looked at that before, but that's how that works. And adding this feature is then going to allow people who visit your website to share those products and services. Also, post your Pinterest link on your Facebook, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, or any other social network that you're using to gain followers. Today, a company that's active with social media is really often viewed as a little more reputable and credible than companies that aren't. So I just want to reiterate, because I always kind of repeat this part because I think it's important to know that you don't have to do this alone. So adding contributors to your boards is really, really important. So again, if you have employees or colleagues or other sort of people that you collaborate in the community, that's a good feature to use. And so now you have your Pinterest account set up and you're busy pinning, and like other social channels, they have very extensive analytics tools that allow you to see all the important data from your account. And so you'll be able to see things like how many people are pinning from your website, how many people are viewing your pins, clicking on your pins. So this is also going to help guide you into what types of boards that you want to be creating in the future. So again, it's a great tool to just help you further refine your strategy. So why should you be joining Pinterest? First and foremost, it's visually oriented with over 70 million users. And visual is just the key term. And for designers, I think this is just a critical part of your social media strategy. The demographic of Pinterest is very powerful for our category. It's 80% female, and they have a lot of buying power. Interior design is one of the top interests on Pinterest, and it's a real opportunity to drive new prospects to your business. And the last thing is, it is a lot of fun. It's actually a little addicting, so probably some of you who are listening to this have experienced that, but it's a great tool.
And
so,
and
go ahead,
Georgia,
Sarah,
just to add to its why our pros and our designers, we've convened some designer councils in the last year or so, and Pinterest keeps coming up as one of designers' favorite tools. Like you showed those collaborative boards, they've gotten their clients, whether they're on Pinterest or not, to go onto Pinterest and to hunt around and to start accumulating things that they like. And that gives the designer a great avenue of understanding of the client's tastes, what kind of fabrics they're attracted to, what kind of color schemes they like, and it gives them a wonderful basis to start from, where they don't have to ask so many questions, because many times customers are changing the look and feel of their home. Today it's a lot of people going from, say, French country to contemporary, and they're not going to get a sense of that client by going into their home. However, if the client picks boards and pins that they really like, and then the designer gets to share that and see that and interact, it has moved up, it speeded up the process of education for the designer, and taken away any frustration that the client could have that their likes and dislikes weren't getting across.
Yeah, I think, Eric, that's a great point. I think for anybody listening, if you only do it for that sole purpose, you'd be providing better service for your clients, for sure,
and saving time.
Saving a lot of time. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Which, yeah, we're all interested in being as efficient as possible, right?
Yep.
So we've talked about a lot today. We really tried to focus on the basics. But the good news is that they have, as I have mentioned, throughout the course, there is a very robust health area on Pinterest, and it's really, if you go to your home page, you see that little question mark at the right-hand, bottom right-hand corner. You just click on that and you type in your question, and they'll be able to answer it for you. So I really appreciate you joining us today, and I hope you're inspired to do one thing. If you're not already on Pinterest, at least get started with collaborating with your clients. But this, if you could take it to the next level, it's really a great channel for our industry, for sure.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Georgie, for your insights and the presentation. And there on the screen is where to go to if you have any other questions. And you are now able, if you are doing this for the CEU, to go to the assessment part of it and fill that out, and we'll take it from there. Thank you for joining us today. We will talk again. Thank you, Georgie.
Bye-bye.